5-round lightweight bout between Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Justin Gaethje has been targeted for October 24th. Ariel Helwani posted this on his Twitter saying, Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Justin Gaethje for the UFC lightweight title is scheduled for October 24th. Per CNN, location to be determined. Khabib Nurmagomedov is coming off a submission win over Dustin Poirier, and Justin Gaethje is coming off a TKO win over Tony Ferguson. Dana White, in a recent interview with Brett Okamoto, spoke on Khabib's future in the UFC. He said that Khabib should face Conor McGregor in a rematch for his last fight before he retires.
Obviously, you know, he's got this Gaethje fight. That's a done deal. He's fighting Gaethje next, and then I don't know who his last fight would be to make him 30. So I don't know. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I mean, the Conor McGregor fight. I know Conor has always wanted that fight since the last one. I mean, that's the fight to make. I don't know. Well, let's see how this again, how it all plays out. But the Gaethje fight is absolutely, positively the next fight.
Mike Perry's ex-wife recently made a post saying that she wanted to speak on a breakup with Mike Perry. She posted this on her Instagram saying, "I'm done being silent. What happened is not okay. It's never acceptable. It's still happening every day to others. It's time for someone to speak up, to be brave and tell the truth. I'm ready to talk. Who's ready to listen? At Joe Rogan, at Ariel Helwani." Aljamain Sterling sent a message to Piotr Jan and posted this on his Instagram saying, "Paper Jan is not cut out to be champion." Michael Bisping on the Believe in Me podcast gives his thoughts on Robert Whittaker's win over Darren Till.
Whittaker came in looking great, looked really good. I said in the last fight, it all depends on Robert Whittaker. It all depends what does he want? Is he just going to stick around and try and, you know, have a few more fights and get some decent paydays and go off into the sunset, or is he going to try and get his belt back? Well, the Robert Whittaker that I saw looked way better than the one in the Adesanya fight. He looked focused, he looked re-energized, came with a decent game plan, so to speak. Was rushing in a little bit, and as we saw, Till majorly capitalized on that in the first round, caught him with that elbow. I wasn't sure if it slipped or whatever, but on the replay, it clearly showed. Beautiful elbow for Darren Till. It was ridiculously close. First round went to Till, he dropped him with that elbow. Other than that, pretty close. Second round, then Whittaker dropped him and, you know, was on top of him. I think, right? It was the second round that he dropped him, and he got a little bit of ground and pound action. So obviously, that was a big round for Whittaker. 3 probably to to Whittaker again. 4th was close, could have gone either way. And then again, 5th round, very, very close. I feel those takedowns at the end for Whittaker just kind of sealed the deal. It was one of those fights, very tactical, striking match, very, very high display of technique on display from both guys. Robert, as I said, came back looking great. Till looked awesome. You know, I mean, his reactions, his timing and things like that were very, very good. Of course, he's got that big left hand that he put to work a few times. You know, it was one of those fights. It was close, right down to the last bell, the last minute. Either man could have still taken it had they have really showed some dominance. And unfortunately for Darren Till, the dominance from Whittaker came in the form of a couple of takedowns. Even though Till did a tremendous job getting right back to his feet immediately, he did a fantastic job. Then Robert, unfortunately, took him right back down again, which is kind of rescores the takedown in the judge's mind as well. There was an elbow or something on Robert's head. That a lot of blood
cut him open, right at the end.
Cut him open. There's a lot of blood there. Listen, it was a very technical match. I enjoyed it a lot. It was very, very good.
Okay, last session here in quarantine done. This is the last day, so we get out today. Family's picking us up, which is good. Cannot wait. But I really want to thank. There's a few people I've got to thank. Like obviously, I thanked everyone for the fights and helped me in camp. You all know who you are. But making this possible, quarantine. You know what I mean? This was quite a smooth process considering the shit that needs to be done. So I just want to thank Meriton Sweets on Sussex. The guys at Meriton Sweets here, you've been unbelievable. Thank you so much. Luby Markovsky, making this all happen and keeping on top of everything. I want to thank you for that. You're a legend. Mark Boris helping out as well. Mate, the list goes on. Just everyone that's helped out. They've been incredible. And now it's time to go home so I can see the family today. Looking forward to it. One more guy I need to thank. Some of you probably, this might get you by surprise. But Lopez, Master Splinter, I just want to thank him. The company was good. I know he was abusing me the whole time, but it was good banter. I loved it. I love stirring him up as well. Hope you enjoyed the show. But quarantine's over, so I don't know. Maybe you can just see him abusing me at the gym. Maybe I can get some footage of him abusing me there, and you can keep up to date with Joe's abusive ways.
special guest today. Oh, Roger Horta. Did I say that right?
Kenny Florian on the Anik and Florian podcast speaks on Khamzat Chimaev's performance at UFC Fight Island 3.
He's a beast. I love it. I mean, that's how you utilize grappling to beat the shit out of somebody. I mean, it was just, it was pressure all the time. He was either grappling or hitting you in the face at all times. A lot of times you see guys that aren't very sure with their ground pound or with their positioning. It was the perfect balance of advancing your position and balancing it with beautiful destruction in the form of ground and pound. Chimaev is someone that we all have to keep our eyes on. I love the aggression and how he was calculating each and every move. Just dominant, man. This guy is a powerhouse. I mean, he's not taking any damage. He's got a style a lot like a Khabib Nurmagomedov, which relies heavily on grappling skill. And when you're doing that, as opposed to, say, a guy who comes in with a striking background alone, it's way safer. It is absolutely sustainable. Granted, he's got some great wrestlers, in his division, but I do think he's a guy that can go very far. Khabib Nurmagomedov was not showing and perhaps still doesn't show this level of dominance on the ground that Chimaev does. I don't remember anyone displaying that level of ground and pound, that level of aggression and activity, I don't know, in really a long, long time. Now, listen, he's not fighting, guys in the top 15 or top 10 yet, but I could easily see him do it against a lot of those guys in that top 10. And he cut a great promo. He was up on the mic. He showed his confidence. He was ready to fight later that night. And I think a lot of people were blown away, including the guy you want to impress, who is Dana White.
What's up, everybody? Obviously, Fight Island was a massive success for us, and there's a few people that I wanted to thank in helping this thing be as massive as it was and as successful as it was. I mean, we had 35 countries represented on Fight Island, which is incredible, especially with what's going on right now. But first and foremost, I have to thank the Abu Dhabi Department of Culture and Tourism for everything they did, all the hard work and making this thing such an amazing experience. All the hotel and event staff in Abu Dhabi, they were unbelievable, and the service was off the charts. Etihad Airways, if you ever fly to the Middle East, fly Etihad. I'm telling you, it's like a 5-star hotel in the air. Unbelievably incredible. My staff and fighters, and for believing in me, in the UFC, and that we would keep you safe no matter where we were, whether it was Jacksonville, in Vegas at the Apex, or on Fight Island. And last but not least, the fans from all over the world. You guys were awesome. From the minute Fight Island was announced, your creativity with all the things that you posted online, your enthusiasm and excitement about Fight Island really helped build it into what it was. And it was one of the most incredible experiences of my 30 years in the fight business. So thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to going back to Fight Island.